I cannot understand why WWE, in this case, the main roster,
Game of Thrones and Avengers The Endgame is better than Raw.
well, Sam P. Boone, a lot of those shows you just mentioned, especially Game of Thrones and Endgame of all shows, all movies, is better than most of the things nowadays. But yeah, it is better than Raw. Anyways, I don't understand a company that prides itself on being a conglomerate, a world-renowned, award-winning show, how they can weekly, week by week, give us some of the laziest, some of the most intelligent insulting, and quite frankly, some of the worst written television in 2019. And not give a damn. Because the stock market is high, brother. WWE stock rose to, I think, $100 last week. So as much as I complain about how much the show sucks, and trust me, even the wrestlers themselves will tell you how much it sucks. Wrestlers left and right have been trying to leave this company, but every time they try to leave, they either get their contracts frozen or just get told, no, you can't leave. You belong to us. We holding you hostage. Poor Luke Harper. But it's getting to the point now where it's just getting... I won't even say it's getting unbearable because it's been unbearable. But I feel drained, ladies and gentlemen. I am getting beyond drained when it comes to Raw. Because it just feels like they're just not getting it. They do not get it. They either feel like they don't have to give us good shows because they're the only game in town. To which I say, okay, keep acting that way. Because All Elite Wrestling is not that far off. Especially when October hits. Let's see how that plays out for you. You're going to wake up one day and AEW is kicking your ass in the ratings. Thank you, Mr. Paul Jackson, for the $1 super chat. So it's either they're lazy and they don't want to give us a good show, or they really don't know what they're doing. They are that incompetent. They try and they just suck. I don't even know which one's worse. But tonight's episode of Raw, regardless of how it happened, whether it's sheer incompetence or laziness, is bad.
So in other words, I made the right choice to take a break from Raw?
You made a great choice, Spinosaurus. But I'm here to talk about Raw because that's what I do, to quote Mark Henry. And quite frankly, I had nothing else to do today. Listen, I wanted to turn off Raw. I wanted to turn it off, but by that point, I was already too far ahead in the show, and I was like, let's just finish it up. But I don't know how long I can keep this up. It might be time for another Raw cleanse. But let's get to it. I'm not going to go beat by beat when it comes to this horrible episode. Let's start off with some positives. I do want to talk about the things that I liked before we get into the negative stuff. And of course, if you like what I have to say, do yourself a favor. Like the video and subscribe while you're at it. If you want to help expand the brand of your boy, Alyx, man, you can do a couple of things. You can like me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter at AlyxManVX1. You can donate using PayPal, Patreon, or Super Chat. But most importantly, you can buy yourself a Alyx Man t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees. And to all the crazy folk watching me, to all the live chatters, we got Trayvon Williams, Scorched, Asuna, let's see, Troy the Gamer, HD, AJ Envoy, Golden Child Entertainment. Golden Child Entertainment. That's a nice name. The Big Dog. Ultra Shadow 97. Flame 9118. Laser Show. Brandon Kambambia. Robbie Carlson. IVM Tube. What's up, IVM Tube? Adam Ritter. HS. Let's go all the way back here. Johan Boynton? Close enough. Aaron Sherwood, who donated. Thank you, Mr. Aaron Sherwood. Can't forget about Spinosaurus. Dequan and Savage. Anthony Ace. EJ Johnston X. Paul Jackson, who also donated. T.Y. William. We got Angel TV. Brian Ward. Chris Sims. TrueFire 901. Got the regulars. Matt Money Mo. We got the regular hairs. Firestar Heart, of course, big fan. And Rory Kitty, who I just love that name. Rory Kitty. And then Casey MOD. If I don't say your name, it's not because I hate you. I really want to be done with this show, if you don't mind. Let's just get right to the positive. So, first and foremost, really enjoyed the stuff with AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. I thought the contract signing was fine for what it was. Loved seeing the brawl. Thought the promos themselves were alright. They're not... And look, we have to remind ourselves, Seth Rollins and AJ Styles are not known for their in-ring work on the microphone. They're more so known for the wrestling portion of the craft. Not saying they can't cut good promos. Both of them at one point have cut phenomenal promos. But consistently, it's hit or miss. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're great, sometimes they're meh, and sometimes they're ugh. And tonight was alright. For both of them. I just felt like, okay, that was a decent exchange on the microphone. What really got me into the segment was the brawl afterwards. And we saw AJ Styles put Seth Rollins through a table with a phenomenal forearm. And I like that. I also like how we're teasing. Not saying it's going to happen, but I do feel a little bit of a heel AJ Styles coming along. I feel like he's healing up. He's becoming more of that 2016 AJ Styles. The beat up John Cena AJ Styles, which I'm cool with. If they do want to go in that direction, go for it. Why not? I'm not going to be upset if they do decide to, have AJ be the heel in the feud, which is cool. But something to think about, absolutely. Yeah, I like that. I like the segment. I also like the brawl between Becky Lynch and Lacey Evans. I was about to say someone else's name that's a blonde. I was going to say Mandy Rose. Yeah, they're all mixing together. Charlotte, Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, Natalya, Lacey Evans, all these blondes. Oh my god. And yes, I know Candice LeRae is also a blonde, but she doesn't count. Anyways, for real though, it is getting ridiculous at how many blondes are in this company. It's apparent what type of female wrestler they want, if you know what I mean. But I like the brawl. I do feel like Lacey Evans, despite how she's being brought in, is able to hold her own. She's not bad on the microphone, and she's not too bad inside the ring. I'm not saying she's amazing, but she's doable compared to the other female wrestlers. She's farther ahead than you would think she would be. I just kind of feel like when it comes to that particular segment, and I noticed this too when it comes to Becky Lynch, and I know a lot of you Becky Lynch fans are about to be pissed off, but she doesn't feel as motivated as she was before she won the belts. I feel like Becky's losing that spark a little bit because she's there. She made it. Becky 2 belts. And to be fair, nobody gave her more of a challenge than Ronda Rousey. You know what I'm saying? Ronda Rousey, that that dynamic between Becky and Ronda was a special kind of dynamic that, it isn't replicated. Even the stuff between Becky and Charlotte, which has its own kind of aura to it, doesn't match to Ronda and Becky. That's a totally different level of, of heat, of a rivalry, of an arch rivalry, if you will. Unfortunately, because Ronda's gone since she left to go on a impregnation vacation to have sex and have babies, I feel like nobody's really been able to motivate Becky. Simple as that. I think Bayley could do that if she turned heel, of course. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not really feeling the spark anymore with Becky, and that's just my opinion. Yeah, and that's gonna happen. I kind of feel like after a while she might get it back, but for right now she's just kind of going through the motions, and that's what it is. That's all I liked about Raw. What is that? Maybe 10 minutes out of a 3-hour show? Okay, let's talk about the rest of the show. Let's talk about the 2 hours and 50 minutes I didn't like. Let's start out with the first segment. The first opening segment was hot garbage. Okay? Let's just get right to it. Here comes Alexa Bliss, who's announcing the participants in the Raw Men's Money in the Bank match. And we saw the leaked poster for the match. And on that poster, it had Cesaro, Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, and Drew McIntyre. Yes. It had those 4 on there. And to me, I was really cool with that. I was like, yeah, okay, that's not actually a bad lineup. In my opinion, if they would have done that, I would be more interested in the match. That's not what we got. We got Braun Strowman. Yeah, the same Braun Strowman who spent most of his WrestleMania run working with SNL guys and being on the pre-show. Now he's about to be in a match for Mr. Money in the Bank. Okay. McIntyre is staying. That's cool. Ricochet staying. That's cool. The fourth choice. And I'm about to go on a rant. So you might want to strap in, folks. Because here we go. The fourth choice of all people isn't Cesaro. Isn't Sami Zayn. Isn't Samoa Joe. Isn't even Rey Mysterio. It's Baron Corbin. Ratings killer Baron Corbin. WWE. What is it about Baron Corbin that has got you guys putting him all over my TV set? This man has been given way too much for absolutely nothing in return. Now look, I like Baron Corbin back in like 2015, 2016 when he was the lone wolf on NXT. Because at least on NXT, they booked him properly, or in a way that was at least interesting. You know? They booked him as a monster who beat people in 30 seconds. And then when that wore out his welcome, they booked him as a cool indie killer, or that WWE performer that got off on ruining indie wrestlers' careers in WWE. He went after the indie performers, as he should have. That's a good role for him to be. He became that foil for the new guys. That was the perfect role for Baron Corbin. That's what he should be. But then he came up to the main roster, won a Money in the Bank briefcase, didn't cash it in, had a couple of U.S. title runs that meant nothing. I'm trying to think, did he have any other title runs? That's about it. Became the general manager. That meant nothing. During that run, Raw saw its lowest ratings ever. And now, to reward him for all of that, We gave him Kurt Angle's final match in WWE. I'm still pissed off about that, by the way. You can go screw yourself for that one. And now we're going to put this guy in a Money in the Bank match.
But he retired Kurt Angle at WrestleMania.
I don't understand, like, what are we supposed to get out of this? And everyone's saying, he's a good heel. There's a difference between I want to see this guy get beat up and I want this guy off my TV set. Baron Corbin has, I want this guy off my TV set heat. As in, if I see him on my TV set, I'm going to change the channel kind of heat, which is very apparent. Have we not seen the Raw ratings? Seriously, I don't get what is the obsession with Baron Corbin. And I'm not even hating on the guy. I'm pretty sure the guy in real life is pretty cool. But the way he's being booked and the way that they're using him, it's so boring and it's so contrived. And they are forcing to see. He goes out there and the announcer, for some particular reason, no explanation whatsoever, decides to give him all these accolades, announce all these accolades. Why is he doing this? I don't know. He's not even general manager anymore. And last I checked, the McMahons hate him. That's what makes no sense about this. The McMahons personally fired him for doing a terrible job. But it feels like they still like him. And it makes no sense. So, when it was announced that these guys were having a tag match, I was not into it whatsoever. They did a freaking match, a tag match, Ricochet, Braun Strowman against McIntyre and Corbin, and I was so bored. That is a real yawn. I am getting tired just thinking about Baron Corbin. He is that bad. I was so bored. I was fighting sleep, but I almost dozed off. It was so boring. How the hell could you have Ricochet in your match and still be boring? That's how bad Baron Corbin is. Okay, I'm at the point now where I am willing to buy a Roman Reigns t-shirt and a John Cena cap and walk to a wrestling event in that attire so people can smack the living piss out of me than to ever watch another episode with Baron Corbin on it. It is that bad. I am so done with Baron Corbin. And I'm pissed off that he got the spot and not someone like a Sami Zayn, who, by the way, I didn't mention as something I liked, because I do have my issues with how they're booking him. But regardless, easily the best heel on Raw right now. And next up will be Bray Wyatt, once we get to his segment, because I got some things to say about him. But you got all these other talents who are so much better than Baron Corbin. Yet he's getting all the attention. It's stupid. One more time.
I think we should rename X-Pac Heat Baron Corbin Heat. At least X-Pac didn't kill the ratings like Corbin does.
Tell me about it. Enough about Baron Corbin, man. Such a trash character. If I'm at the point where I would rather see Roman Reigns and or John Cena, that's bad. That's horrible. Let's move on. Like, I think this is when the club took on the Usos. The match was okay. It was decent.
Baron Corbin is Roman Reigns.
Ooh, no. No, Roman Reigns is better than Baron Corbin. I would rather have Roman Reigns than Baron Corbin. How about that? What was I saying? Okay, so the match between the Usos and the club, Anderson and Gallows. Yes, Anderson and Gallows are now on Raw. Does SmackDown even have a tag team division? Yes, I know they had the Colognes and Heavy Machinery and the B Team. And Jeff Hardy got injured, so I don't know what they're doing anymore. But, oh yeah, Nakamura and Rusev, but regardless. It ain't looking good. The tag team division on SmackDown ain't looking good. But Usos beat the Club. That's not what I'm here to talk about, though. So tell me why the Usos came out on stage during their entrance, yelling into the microphones like idiots, and I love them, but they did not look good with that entrance whatsoever. Who said that was a good idea? Coming out and rapping their own theme song. That was so cringy. That was so cringy. Why would you book them that way?
#RockLens.
Oh my goodness. Say it again, Paul Jackson. Why would you book them that way? You couldn't go 1 week with the Usos without booking them like crap. Oh, it gets worse. So after they beat the Club, they show a video of them stalking the Revival backstage, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. And they catch him in the shower. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to say this. They catch the Revival in the shower. Manscaping. Dash Wilder is seen shaving the back of Scott Dawson. And then what proceeded was one of the most awkward 5 minutes of a TV show that I have seen in a long time. Revival versus the Usos is one of those matches where all you gotta do is just give us the goddamn match. That's all you had to do. If you want them to cut promos on each other, fine. But let it be freelance. Let them go out there, say a couple of things, and leave it alone. You didn't need to go this far. You didn't need to go down this route to make us care. But if you're going to go down this route, add some spice to it, the last thing you want to do is a dumb storyline like this. And I get it. Those of you who don't know, WWE offered the Revival a raise if they were to stay for a few more years. They told the Revival, if you resign with WWE after your contracts expire next year, we will give you a raise. And apparently, the Revival said, hell no, go screw yourself. They denied WWE. So to punish them, they put them in this manscaping storyline. And it makes no sense for a couple of reasons. One, Scott Dawson's back being hairy, it's not like he's the A-Train. Right? But, oh, thank you. Oh, Lord.
Sasha Banks will be in the Money in the Bank cause she is moving to SmackDown Live.
You don't know that. We'll talk about Sasha in a second, but as of right now, I don't think Sasha's coming back at all. She's going to sit out her contract for the time being. But we didn't need this. It was easy. Usos versus the Revival. By doing this stupid manscaping storyline, all you're doing is, yes, embarrassing the Revival, but you're also hurting the Usos. The Usos, they looked horrible tonight. They haven't looked this bad since the face paint run. Sorry. God, I hate Raw. I hate this show. You have literally the best tag team in the world. The Usos. And you managed to take them and in 1 week, maybe 2, and make them lame. They haven't even been on the show that long, and they're already lame. Manscaping. Manscaping. Who writes this crap? I know Vince McMahon. That's comedy genius. And then you got Vinny kissing his butt. That's all it is. It's just a bunch of butt kissers back there. God damn it. Triple H, take over. Please. AEW, you can't get here fast enough. Because I guarantee you, if AEW was around, this crap wouldn't be happening. No wonder people want to leave this damn company. No wonder they didn't resign. And tonight, sure as hell sealed the deal. Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder, if you want to sit home for the rest of your contract, I completely understand. You'll be alright. I'm pretty sure you made enough to at least last you a good year. And if they don't want to pay you while you're out, okay, they can release you. Dumb, man. I hated this. This is so stupid. What's next? Let's get away from this. For the love of God, man. It's so stupid. Okay. I think next was that the women's segment? Oh, no, that comes a lot later. Thank God. Next is, Miz TV with Bobby Lashley. So Lio Rush wasn't seen tonight. Apparently, based off of news reports, he has some backstage heat. The story goes, Lio Rush has been very adamant about being pushed as a main event player. He has been very vocal backstage, telling basically the entire locker room
The Usos will not be able to manscape the wrath of the revival. Hugh.
You're very funny, Chris. Thank you for the $10 super chat. I didn't even... I forgot where I was. Oh, Lio Rush. So he's been very adamant about being pushed as a main event player. Has been very vocal, telling the entire locker room that, he's better than most of them, essentially. And he is. That's just it. Lio Rush is the kind of talent who doesn't deal with the BS. He doesn't like, how I put this? He doesn't like, okay, I won't say he's not someone who plays by the rules. I'm not going to say he's someone that doesn't like, paying his dues. He is someone that can pay his dues. What he doesn't like is not getting... not being appreciated for his talent. Let's call it like it is. Lio Rush is easily one of the best talents on Raw. In WWE. On the main roster. Awesome on the microphone. Awesome inside the ring. Has a unique look. Has a unique name. If they were to take him seriously and push him seriously, I think he would get over very well. And he's the kind of talent that's like, I refuse to just be a regular guy on the roster. I would like to be featured as a talent, a prominent talent. Simple as that. But this rubbed people the wrong way. And he has heat for it, which is why he is not on TV. He has come out on Twitter and mentioned it. He didn't go right out and he didn't come out and just say, I have heat. But it's clear he has heat, which is why he wasn't on TV today. And instead, we have Bobby Lashley talking about himself in the third person. Yeah, Bobby Lashley is calling himself Bobby Lashley in the third person. It's me, Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley does this. Bobby Lashley does that. And look, yes, The Rock used to do it all the time, but The Rock made it cool. The Rock says this. But Bobby Lashley, it just sounds so hokey when he does it. Bobby Lashley is a monster. Bobby Lashley, shut up. Dang it. Miz is... Look. It's clear to me that Raw has no idea what they want to do with The Miz. And I'm very scared what will happen to him after he's done with Shane McMahon. So, he had a match with Bobby Lashley. Their Miz TV segment broke down. It was crap. And during the match between him and Lashley, Shane McMahon came out. I guess, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking, why isn't he on SmackDown? Isn't he the commissioner? Oh, wait, that's right. The McMahons run both shows now. So, okay, he's, distracting The Miz, which confused me because I'm like, aren't you involved with Roman Reigns? So, I'm assuming Shane is now in a feud between The Miz and Roman Reigns now. Okay, whatever. But he distracts Miz by showing a photo of his dad on the Titantron. Miz gets a pinfall loss. I think Bobby Lashley hit him with a spear. And then Shane McMahon proceeds to beat the living piss out of him after the match. And then it is announced that they will fight each other in a steel cage match. I am very worried about The Miz. Extremely worried about The Miz once this feud with Shane is over with. That might be it. I was very worried about it to begin with when he got moved to Raw. I said to myself, that's a horrible idea. But okay. Fine. He's on Raw. Let's see how long he lasts as a babyface. Seriously, let's see how long he lasts as a babyface now. Probably not going to be that long. I predict Miz will be a heel again. At least by the time SmackDown moves to Fox. That's my prediction. Let's see here. The Viking Raiders are still the Viking Raiders. I did make a comment on Twitter that the Viking Raiders had changed their names to the Viking Warriors. That's not true. Apparently, a WWE survey just made a mistake and called them the wrong name. But yeah, the Viking Raiders, that is their name. And again, it's still crap. It's still lame. But I guess it's better than Viking Experience. It's so stupid, though. They beat the Lucha House Party. That's all. They just beat the Lucha House Party. Eric and Ivar. I hate those names. I don't get it. I hate this segment even worse. So the women's Money in the Bank match had their Raw participants revealed as well. Alexa Bliss came back out. I'm tired of seeing Alexa Bliss. Two of the most overexposed talent on Raw right now, Alexa Bliss and Baron Corbin. Give those two a break next week, please. Anyways, Alexa Bliss announced the first participant, Natalya. That is a real yawn, by the way. That was not fake. Natalya. Number 2. I am not kidding you when I say this. Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke. Man. This is ridiculous. Dana Brooke, Miss tap out to Asuka in 5 seconds. Dana Brooke. Miss, I'm a heel one night, I'm a heel, but I'm a babyface another night, I'm a heel another night, I'm a babyface another night. Dana Brooke. The same woman who barely got TV time this past year, who has no personality whatsoever, is getting a Money in the Bank opportunity. And Ruby Riott, who is one of the best female talents they have, I would go to bat for Ruby Riott. She's not even involved in this match. She's not. The other 2 participants, Alexa Bliss and Naomi. By the way, the match between Alexa Bliss and Naomi, boring as hell. Boring. Bored the bricks off of me. I don't understand. What is the deal? You have literally one of the best talkers in your company, Ruby Riott, sitting backstage. I can imagine Ruby Riott holding that briefcase. I think Ruby Riott would be an excellent Money in the Bank briefcase holder. I don't believe a single one of these... Oh, Jesus Christ. I will say this. if Alexa Bliss is Money in the Bank, Miss Money in the Bank again, I will happily go on a Raw cleanse. I do not want to see her even touch that briefcase. It better be Bayley or Ember Moon that win that briefcase. It better be. Because if Alexa Bliss wins it, I'm so done. I'm so done with Alexa Bliss as the character. Like, I'm pretty sure her backstage is cool, calm, and easygoing, but her TV character is so overexposed and so boring. It's not even funny. But let's talk about the Bray Wyatt Fire Funhouse segment. We get a new edition of the show, of the series. Well, we got a new entry tonight. Essentially, this time Bray is painting when he realizes the camera is on him. And, he does the whole, "Oh my God, I didn't see you there." The kid show kind of stuff. The Blues Clues Steve kind of stuff.
Tell me you didn't just say that.
Didn't just say what exactly. Anyways, he's painting, and then he gets interrupted by who was that? A rambling rabbit? Yeah, he gets interrupted by a rambling rabbit. Turns the painting around, and I love it. It's a painting of the Wyatt compound being burnt down, which I love because, and this is something very, very small and kind of ridiculous that I'm even giving them credit. It has continuity. It plays back to the continuity of the Bray Wyatt character, which you would think is something they would just kind of do naturally, but because this show is so barren of adequate storytelling, the fact that this at least is a callback, is at least calling back to past segments and past things, makes me happy. And I heard, believe it or not, that the people producing this series, it's not only, I think it's some kind of, I forgot who it was. It was a Hollywood writer. I forgot his name. But alongside that Hollywood writer, The Undertaker is also helping Bray Wyatt creatively. Now that's cool. Undertaker is sticking his neck out for Bray Wyatt.
I didn't watch Raw, but I did see the Bray Wyatt segment. I love how dark these are becoming. Can't wait until next week's segment.
Yeah, me either. I do have my issues with this one this week, and I'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, man, it's at least refreshing to get something different, and it kind of makes me smile that Bray Wyatt continues to show why he should have been or should be pushed as a main event player.
Women are main eventing WrestleMania for the first time. And not even 1 month later, Dana Brooke is having a PPV match. Why? Because F you, that's why.
Unfortunately. But, getting back to the segment, we see him, continuing to show creepy elements to this whole Firefly Funhouse Kids show kind of series. We see him turn to Abby the Witch. And I just caught this, by the way. Abby is short for Abigail. Get it? Sister Abigail. But Abby the Witch is talking in this creeped out voice and says this is no time for games, to which Bray tells the rabbit to scram. She tells Wyatt he's a very bad boy, and he asks her to take it easy and that she will forgive him because all the kids forgave him. And you get that little cheesy kid background noise. And then Bray Wyatt walks across the set before saying she's a bit of a sociopath. And he said that's the word of the day. Sociopath. Yeah, the word of the day is sociopath. And then he bids him farewell. And before he left, I love there was that little blink of a moment where he was smiling and then he just gave us an evil look. And he went back to smiling. Like, I like that. I thought last week's was better. This one was just kind of, it's continuing the series. I feel like the first episode of the series gave us more of a punch. Like, holy crap, what the hell is this? This one is just kind of like a filler episode. Kind of filler. But I'm still interested in seeing what they do with it. And I hope, and this is my biggest fear. Here's my issue with this. I read a report that a stockholder was not happy with this. They say it's a little dark for the show. I hope and pray to God that WWE isn't and will not bend to that stockholder. For the love of God, you can't bend to every single freaking guy with money that comes your way, WWE. You're already a money whore when it comes to Saudi Arabia, which, by the way, I heard that you guys are going back in June. You will receive all kinds of hell if you do. It's not the place to do it. You should not go back, but you're going to because you're money whores. But anyways, you're already receiving crap for that. You don't need to be receiving crap because a stockholder went, no, I don't like that, no. So stupid. Alright, let's, what else happened on this damn show? Oh yeah. Becky 2 belts, we already talked about that. I did like the brawl, but Becky's just not motivated. I don't feel like she's motivated. So let's skip that. Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder took on the Revival, and the Revival lost. And Kentucky hurt my soul when they tried to start a shave your back chant. I'm like, his back is completely shaven. What are we chanting this chant for? It makes no sense. But the Revival lost clean, and I'm already seeing what's happening. Pissed off WWE is going to embarrass them, probably split them up because they refuse to sign with them. If I were them, I would pull a Sasha Banks or a Neville and just sit out the rest of my contract. That's what I would do. Speaking of sitting out the rest of your contract, what brand is Harper on? What brand is Luke Harper on? Is it SmackDown or Raw? Because if it was Raw, I'm assuming it's Raw. Maybe it's SmackDown, but I'm assuming it's Raw. Okay. All this trouble of keeping him under contract, he wasn't on TV this week. I better see him on SmackDown. I will be pissed off. I will literally go on a rant during my SmackDown review if Luke Harper is not on TV. Because you did not refuse his request to leave and still not book him. I will go off. Y'all better find something for him if you're going out of your way to keep him under contract. Sami Zayn, arguably the best heel in the company right now. I get the concept. I appreciate what they're doing with Sami Zayn. It works. In retrospect, it really does work. I like that he went out there and talked about rekindling his love for history, psychology, and all that other kind of stuff. And then he used the term psychological entitlement. He says we fans are we are. Did I say it right? Yes. Psychologically entitled or something like that. Psychological entitlement. That's what he called it. How we as fans feel like we deserve more than we really should have. And he's right. Yeah, that's the truth. He wasn't lying. But at the same time, again, I gotta bring this up again. You're getting all this heat on Sami Zayn. And that's great. That's wonderful. Legit heat on Sami Zayn. Why would you not do something with that? I'm still waiting to see, alright, where is this going? We're getting all this heat on Sami Zayn. It's there. Now what? Is it just heat for the sake of heat? Because after a while, we're gonna get tired of it. I'm just like, oh great, here he comes. These are real yawns, by the way. Again, if you're gonna do this with Sami Zayn, fine, but use it for something. Imagine if they would have announced Sami Zayn for the Money in the Bank match. Bro! That would be awesome. No, he just went out there just to tell the audience, I am gonna hold you accountable for your actions. You will be the critic of the critics. Well, Sammy, bring it on, boy! You can use me as an example for your next promo. The critic of the critics. Keep going. I appreciate what you do. Then Rey Mysterio took on Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe lost to Rey Mysterio. And this is so stupid because, first off, when he pinned him, when Rey Mysterio pinned Samoa Joe, he was literally under the ropes. Samoa Joe was literally under the ropes. All he had to do was just touch the rope and he would have broke up the pinfall. But you wasn't supposed to kick out there. So stupid. So dumb. So yeah, that's one thing. 2, why is our champion losing? What is up with WWE having champions lose? That's the second week in a row that Samoa Joe lost. Stop having your champions lose. Otherwise, don't make him champion. Wasn't he supposed to be fighting Braun Strowman anyways? So stupid. I'm so done with WWE's mistreatment of some of their talent. Because you know damn well, if that US belt was on a Roman Reigns, that would have never happened. But whatever, right? And then we already talked about AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. Y'all, this show is not good. It's not getting any better. It's getting worse day by day. And your boy the Lex Man is about to hit his breaking point with Raw again. Y'all better change. Y'all better improve your product. You need to do something different. Learn how to tell a goddamn story for one. Because this is stupid. You know this show sucks. You know this show sucks. The talent know this show sucks. No wonder people don't want to be with you. No wonder people want to leave. It makes all the sense in the world now why wrestlers want to leave. I would want to leave. Freaking Viking Raiders, Baron Corbin, Alexa Bliss. How the hell is Baron Corbin getting more TV time and getting more opportunities than Sami Zayn, who is the top heel in your company? Jesus flipping Christ. Samoa Joe getting pinned every week. Alexa Bliss on my TV screen announcing matches. Oh God, I'm getting a headache. The treatment of the Revival. Freaking manscaping. These are all the ingredients for how to write one of the worst television shows in 2019. This show can go straight to hell. I hated this episode of Raw. Give me your thoughts about Raw down below in the comments. If you watched it all, hashtag I watched it all, or hashtag Raw Cleanse. Whichever one you want to use. Like the video, subscribe, show me some love. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be up here tomorrow night for SmackDown. Hopefully that show is halfway decent. Till then, this is your boy The Lex Man signing off in your boy The Lex Man's World. I'm out. Peace.